Hello everyone, welcome to another video of Joyroute-jojo. This is the fifth video in MS-102 exam series. In this video, we are going to discuss about examine groups in Microsoft 365. In Microsoft 365 Admin Center, under Teams and Groups, you could see different types of groups here. Teams and Microsoft 365 groups, distribution list groups, security groups. If you go to Exchange Online, under recipient, you could see Microsoft 365 group, distribution list groups, dynamic distribution list group, and mail enabled security groups. My intention in this video to explain the difference between all these groups and other things we will discuss in the other video. From the groups, we could find that Microsoft 365 group and distribution list. So first let us try to understand the difference between Microsoft 365 group and distribution list. These are the two main groups in Microsoft 365. So first let us understand the difference between Microsoft 365 group and distribution list. Distribution list is also known as distribution group. So I have created a PowerPoint for this. So let us try to understand this with the help of this PowerPoint presentation. First, let us understand what is distribution group. Distribution group is also known as distribution list. So it acts solemnly as a mailing list. When an email sent to a distribution group address, it forwarded to all members' personal mailboxes. For example, this particular user is sending mail to sales team at joyroute-jojo.com. So what happened? Whoever member of this particular distribution group, which is in the name of sales team at joyroute-jojo.com, who all these people are member of this particular distribution group, so they get a copy of this mail into their personal mailbox. So what you have to understand, there is no shared inbox where members can collectively view and manage or respond to emails. So it acts just like a distribution list. When a user send an email to this particular distribution group, which is sales team at joyroute-jojo.com, all the members, these are the members of this particular distribution group, so all of them get a copy of that mail in their mailbox. They do not have a common shared mailbox, shared inbox where members can collectively view and manage or respond to email. But in the case of Microsoft 365 group, what happens? Microsoft 365 groups comes with a shared mailbox that all group members can access. So in this case, all these users has got a shared mailbox and all of them can access this shared mailbox. They may have a separate mailbox and storage space is allocated. So all addition to their inbox, into their personal mailbox, they get some shared mailbox in the case of Microsoft 365 group. This mailbox allow members to send and receive mail from common email address. So all of them can send and mail through sales team at joyroute-jojo.com. All members of the group can view the shared mailbox. So all these members can view the shared mailbox and access emails within it. So when they are member of this group, in their inbox itself, this group will be automatically added as a separate inbox, and all of them can send and receive mail on behalf of this particular group. This option is not available with distribution groups. Distribution group does not have a shared mailbox. It get copy to their own individual mailbox. In addition to this shared mailbox, Microsoft 365 groups provide a shared calendar, OneDrive space, and SharePoint site for document storage and collaboration. Members can communicate via Microsoft Teams, share files, and collaborate on documents in real time. So all these are the benefits of Microsoft 365 group. So this is the major difference between distribution group and Microsoft 365 group. All right. Now we got the difference between Teams and Microsoft 365 groups and distribution list. Same you can see here in the Exchange Admin Center also. Microsoft 365 and distribution list. Distribution list is also known as distribution groups. Now here you could see the other group called security group and here something called mail enabled security groups. So let us discuss about security groups now. Security groups provides a convenient way to manage and assign permission to multiple users simultaneously. So a security group can grant access permission to resources such as OneDrive and SharePoint. So to grant access only for the permission purpose, we use security groups. You can create a security group and provide permission. When to use these security groups? When you only require a group to grant permissions. In such scenarios, you can use security groups. So what is the difference between security groups and mail enabled security groups? When you mail enables security group, it means the group has an associated email address and members of the group can send and receive email using that address. So along with the security group, a mailbox is attached. A mailbox is enabled but with that security group so that it got a mail address and you can send and receive mail through that security group. That is what meant by mail enabled security group. This design enabled the group to function as a mailing list and or distribution group. It is again act like a distribution group. You know the difference between distribution list or Microsoft 365, which means it does not have a common mailbox. Mail enabled security group enables the group to function as a mailing list or a distribution group, which means it does not have a common mailbox. Instead of that, it send the mail to their individual mailbox. So all their members in this mail enabled security group will receive a copy of that mail into their individual mailbox. So this is what mail enabled security group. When we use this mail enabled security group, when you want to use the group for both permission and mail distribution. In such scenario, you want to use some group for both for the permission and mail distribution. In such scenario, we use mail enabled security group. Now we miss only one thing, which is dynamic distribution list. See, dynamic distribution list and distribution list or distribution group all are same, but the difference between distribution list and dynamic distribution list is that a dynamic distribution group automatically manage its membership based on predefined criteria or filters. In a traditional distribution group, users manually manage membership, which means in this distribution list, users manually manage the membership. In a dynamic distribution list or distribution group, Microsoft 365 dynamically update its members list based on specific attributes or condition. Through PowerShell, you can mention some condition. If the user belongs to HR department, then let everyone be member of HR at Joyroute-jojo.com, that particular group. In that way, you can create some condition and automatically add the members to dynamic distribution list. This is the uh, difference between distribution group and dynamic distribution group. And when to use this dynamic distribution list or when to use this dynamic distribution group? When you want to have a flexible distribution list that changes membership automatically. In such scenario, you can select dynamic distribution list. This you can create only from Exchange Admin Center. You cannot create Exchange dynamic distribution list from Microsoft 365 Admin Center. You can do it only from uh, Exchange Admin Center. Now, hope you are clear with the difference of all these groups in Microsoft 365. Distribution list, security groups, Microsoft 365 group, mail enabled security group, and distribution list. So we have discussed about all the groups and the difference between all these groups. Now let us create some group. Let us create some Microsoft 365 group. We can create either it from the Exchange Admin Center. Here it is in the name of Teams and Microsoft 365 group, or you can create it from Exchange Admin Center. So let me create it from here. Teams and Microsoft 365 group. Add a Microsoft 365 group. I'm naming the group. Let me name it as Microsoft 365 365 group, and the name description also I provide the same. Click on next. We should assign an owner for this group. I add myself as a owner to this group. All right. So it has got some team status also. That is why it shows the team symbol here. Click on next, and we are adding the members to the Microsoft 365 group. I have added five members. Click next, and here we have to create a mail address for this group. So I create test M365 at guardianvilla.com. You can set the privacy. Public group can be joined by everyone without getting approval from the group owner. Anyone can access the group content. Private groups are not open for everyone to join them. A group owner are the ones that can add members to them. Only members can access the group content. Let us create it as a private group. If we are creating teams for this group, then this option is grayed out. Let me click on next, and you can create a group. So it when you create a group, it got its own mailbox. It create a shared mailbox and shared resources. When you create a Microsoft 365 group, which means when we create this particular group, it consists of following object: a shared Outlook inbox, a shared calendar, a SharePoint team site, a SharePoint document library, planner, Power BI, Yammer, a team, a roadmap. So all these will be part of this particular Microsoft 365 group. And the collaboration spaces for Microsoft 365 groups differ based on where Microsoft 365 group is created. I think this is enough for the day. In the next video, let's discuss about how Microsoft 365 groups work with Teams, how we can delete groups, how we can restore groups, or and when we restore groups, what happens to the permissions. So all that we will discuss in the next video. I think this is enough for the day. Thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed, I request you to please subscribe and support me. Thanks for watching this video. Goodbye.